Hi, it's Mayor Nahid Nenshi here at the end of this year, at the end of this 2020. In early 2020, in January and February, things were normal. I had decided at the end of 19 that 2020 was going to be entirely about economic development, about getting our economy back on its feet and bringing investment to the city. And for me, that's how the year started. At the beginning of March, I was in India on a trade mission. It was going really well. We were attracting all kinds of interest and investment to Calgary. From Namaste to work from home orders to closing down schools, all of that happened so fast. And suddenly we were in a world that none of us ever would have expected. And over the course of the months that followed, we found ourselves 4 simultaneous crises going on. The city's been really focused on 2 things this year in the public health emergency. The first is, of course, always the primary one, keeping people safe and keeping people alive. We've done that through a series of different restrictions, but ultimately it's come down to us. Clean hands, clear heads, open hearts. But every single one of us has the power to end this pandemic in our own hands. So thank you for doing the right thing. All of these things really matter, and that personal acts of compassion and caring for others make a difference. And the city's worked hard to support local business, whether it is waiving permit fees or making it easier to get patios, whether it is delaying tax payments or working with our business support task force to make sure that the businesses have the support they need. And I want to thank all of you as well for supporting local. Even those couple of bucks more you're spending are going to a company that hires your neighbors, that pays rent, that pays taxes, that sponsors your kids' softball teams. And I want to thank you for helping those local businesses get through this as well. In terms of the mental health crisis, the isolation, the support, the fear, and the anxiety that people have been feeling really is something that I feel too. I decided that I would make the cornerstone of my 3rd term as mayor Canada's first major community-based plan on mental health and addiction. What's really made a difference is the understanding that mental health is something that affects us all and that all of us need to talk about more, and that we need to end the stigma around mental health issues. This year also brought us to conversations in our homes and on the streets about the true meaning of racism in our community. We have to be able to hold in our hearts and our minds 2 different ideas at the same time. Number 1 is we're proud of the diverse and multicultural and pluralistic society we've built here, but also that we have to be able to bridge the gap from multiculturalism to true anti-racism, particularly Black and Indigenous people, but also other people of color. The promise of our community, that we accept where you come from and what you look like, we accept how you worship and whom you love, and you have the opportunity here to live a great life. For too many people, that promise is not real. It's not true. And so we got a long journey ahead of us. I hope we'll be able to get there quickly by addressing real tough questions about institutional racism and systemic racism and what we're doing to prevent people from achieving their full potential. Let's talk about the economy for a moment. As I mentioned, the city has done a lot to support small businesses. I'm very proud of the fact that we passed a budget this year with a tax cut in it. The only city in Canada that was able to do so. Our taxes remain the lowest in the country for any major city for residential and among the lowest for businesses. And we continue to invest in Calgary. So our work with Calgary Economic Development and our community partners continues unabated to bring new life and new blood and new jobs to the city. In the Green Line, the largest public works project in Calgary's history, which will not only bring much needed transit to North and Southeast Calgary, but also employ 20,000 people. These are the bold moves that we need to be making right now, and we thank our partners at the Government of Canada and the Government of Alberta for helping move us along in this direction. We've invested in flood mitigation. We look forward to the Springbank Reserve, but the new gates on the Glenmore Dam came with a real special bonus, which is a beautiful pathway to walk along that dam and marvel at the natural and built beauty of our city. And we'll continue to invest in these things that improve people's quality of life, even in difficult times. Could 2021 and 2022 be the years where we make good on our promise to end homelessness in Calgary, where we make good on our promise to make sure that every Calgarian has a decent place to live. I hope so, making it even better for everyone. If I were going to make a New Year's resolution for 2021, it would be this. Please don't let me forget 2020. Please don't let me forget the bad stuff, but please don't let me forget the good stuff. Please don't let me forget how citizens responded and how we looked after one another. I hope you'll share that resolution with me in 2021. How do we move to a society forever that is caring, that is compassionate, that is in solidarity with all of us because we're all in it together? So thank you. Thank you for doing the right thing this year. From my family to yours, have a Merry Christmas. It's going to be a different Christmas, but it'll be a Christmas that we and our families will never forget. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy New Year, and all the best for 2021.